Hey, what's up, folks? This is Keith. You're watching Barber's Auto Help. Thank you so much for watching. Well, if you're watching this video, you probably have some sort of a popping noise inside your dashboard whenever you operate your AC unit, or whenever you get out of the vehicle or in the vehicle first thing, there's a popping noise inside the dashboard. Typically, when you get this popping noise that sounds like this, you have some sort of an actuator that has gone bad inside the AC unit. These actuators are the things that control the blend doors, the mode doors, recirculation doors inside the AC units. And whenever you get a popping noise like that, it's usually caused by an internal fault in one of those actuators. So knowing what the noise is caused from is one thing. Finding out which mode door actuator, blend door actuator, etc. is causing this noise is another. And that's what I wanted to make this video about. I wanted to show you how I actually diagnose which component is causing that noise inside the AC unit there. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so it's really simple. First of all, you have to turn the AC unit on. Okay, we're just going to turn it on like that and leave your blower at low speed. It doesn't have to be high speed or anything like that. And you're just going to play with the controls. So we're going to start out, we're going to play with the blend door, and we're going to make it go hot and give it a chance to do it. You can hear my doors moving back and forth inside there. It's kind of an older vehicle, so. All right, so no popping noise there. Let's go back to cold. So right there, that tells you that my blend door actuator is not causing a noise. Now, there's also recirculation door actuator that can cause this noise. So let's go ahead and push our recirculation button there. I don't know if you can hear the squeaking. Those doors are actually opening and closing inside there. All right, let's turn it back off. And what we're doing is we're manipulating each one of those actuators back and forth to their full extent there. So far I've done my blend door actuator, I've done my recirculation door actuator, haven't really messed with the mode door actuator any. The mode door actuator is what causes it to either blow out the front registers, the floorboard, or the defrost, or a mixture of those. So we're just going to put it on different settings there and see what we got. Now, when you turn it on max AC, there's a couple of things that happen. It starts to blow out the front registers, and also it automatically goes into recirculation. So you got to watch that right there. So you could mess with your mode door there and potentially get thrown off by that. So realistically, if you switched it from the front registers to max AC, the only difference is the recirculation door opens and also the AC comes on. The mode door doesn't actually move if you switch it from the front registers to the max AC setting. In instances where a popping noise starts to occur after switching to the max AC setting, a lot of people can misdiagnose the mode door actuator as the culprit for the popping noise, when in fact it's the recirculation door actuator that's causing the popping noise. So don't get thrown off by that. All right, let's go back over here. All right, let's try floor. Let's do a combo of floor and defrost. And let's do full defrost. Okay, now if you have an AC system that has dual climate control, which is a system that you can control the temperature on either side, you'll have a separate knob to control the right side versus the left side. So you want to manipulate each individual blend door actuator on the right side or left side by controlling each of those knobs there. Okay, so I don't actually have a popping noise inside my dashboard, but just throw a hypothetical out there for you and do a little video editing magic here. So say I push this button right here. Well, you can't do that when it's in defrost. Let me put it on the floor. I'm going to push my recirculation button here and watch what happens. Now, when that door started opening up, soon after you started hearing that pop, 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 pop noise. That's a good indication that I have a bad recirculation door actuator there. So that's what I would be going after. Let's turn it back off. Now, you didn't hear the popping noise when I turned it off there, but it can also pop whenever it closes. So you want to go back and forth with each function of whatever actuator you're manipulating there. So if it's the recirculation door, open it and then let it close. Let it go in both directions, because it could pop in one direction or the other or both. Same thing with the mode door. Go back and forth between the different modes, and of course with the blend door actuators, same thing. Go back and forth with it. Now that you found out how to duplicate the problem readily, what you can do is go up under the dashboard or through the glove box or wherever you have to go, and or wherever you hear the noise coming from, and then you can actually physically put your hand or your fingers on each of those actuators while you have a partner up here manipulating the knobs for you. And typically whenever you got that popping noise going on, you're going to feel it inside whatever actuator you're touching there, if that's the actuator. Now, don't get thrown off. Sometimes you can get bamboozled a little bit there, because that vibration will move through the AC duct. So you want to touch each of those components and duplicate that noise for each of those components, and make sure whichever component vibrates the most or pops the most violently and you can feel it, that's probably going to be the component you're going to be wanting to replace there. Now, typically your recirculation door actuator is going to be over there on the right side behind the glove box. This is typical. This isn't all vehicles, so take that with a grain of salt, but typically it's going to be on that side close to the fresh air inlet, just above the cabin air filter. Now, your blend door actuator is typically on this side of the case too, behind the glove box, more towards the center of the HVAC case there. Now, your mode door actuator, in my experience, they're typically on this side, the driver's side, towards the center, on the HVAC case mounted on this side right here. Now, if you have dual climate control and you got a left and a right side blend door actuator, your guess is as good as mine as to which one is the right and the left. So a repair manual may help you with that there. This video will only go so far, of course, but I do want to give you this information. That way, for most cases, you can figure out what the popping noise is caused by and what it's going to take to fix it by using these methods here. But you may need to double check some things in a repair manual just to make sure you're looking at the right thing and you're getting the right thing. Now, all that being said, as I mentioned earlier, it's typical that a faulty actuator will cause this noise. In my experience, that's the only thing that will cause this particular noise, that repetitive popping noise. Now, there are cases where you may have a problem with an actual mode door, blend door, or recirculation door, not necessarily the actuator, but the door itself, that may cause some noises that possibly might sound similar. I haven't heard it yet, but those other components can cause noises too. So take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt, and you definitely want to scrutinize everything you're looking at there and just make sure you're going down the right path there. This video isn't going to be an end-all for all vehicles out there in all situations. So this is pretty vague, pretty superficial, and I don't want to steer you wrong and give you false hope, but this is typically how I diagnose this noise, and I've had very good luck with it so far. As always, verify things with a repair manual and with your own research. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope that this video helped you. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can, if I can. And as always, please read the description, either below or beside the video, wherever YouTube decides to put it. Please read the entire description of this video before you apply any of this knowledge. I may need to clarify some things. That's where I do that. And please read the disclaimer at the very end of that. Thank you again for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe.